Alright folks, welcome back. This is Balatro every day, and today, this seed might be difficult to swallow, but if you think you can get it in, you can get the seed from the video description, and when you're ready, let's go gold stake yellow deck. First shop is spades. This sucks. 876 for the, could be a low straight. I think the thing that I'm interested in is throwing away all the low cards, just keeping the high cards. We could keep the 8 because it's diamonds, and then we can maybe get a 9 and a 10. Okay, so we do get a 9. Maybe we go for the diamonds flush. Maybe we keep the 7 in case we get a queen. I think we just go for the diamonds flush. Okay, queen, jack 10, 9, 8. That works for me. All right. Could be a red card. Almost certainly the red card, for sure. If we take the red card, that means red card before opening buffoon pack. Do we open the buffoon pack? Probably. Do we also open the Arcana pack? I think the answer for me is no. Yeah. So buffoon pack, looking for something other than the red card, could be misprint here. So would I rather take +3 molt on the red card, which is going to be good for us always, or do we want the misprint here? I guess it could be Devious Joker, but I'd rather have molt early on rather than chips. Also, misprint is more generic. Let's take the misprint. Okay, and then no on the Arcana pack. Because we have the misprint, it means I can wait. I can be more patient with the red card. So let's go next. I guess I could have taken the voucher and then got a discount on those two purchases. Maybe I should have taken the voucher. I'm gonna get $2 of interest here, so it's gonna work out fine, but maybe could have taken the voucher. Here, 9s and 3s as a low 2-pair could work. I could try to get a higher 2-pair. Could be queens and 9s. Some pairs win depending on what the misprint does. 3 of a kind sometimes wins with the misprint. Go for the full house. +8. +8, maybe the pair wouldn't have won. Maybe. Alright, now we got 19 bucks. Could be a vampire, I think is very good long term, but maybe doesn't do enough for us in the short term. And if I am taking the red card, one thing I think about is opening standard packs. I might want to skip for the +3 molt instead of growing the vampire. So I think if I didn't have the red card, I would take the vampire. Because I have the red card, I don't want to take the vampire. I want to save my money so that I can open booster packs. Do we take the clearance sale, which gives us a discount on booster packs? Probably that's something that we want to do. I don't need these celestial packs, but we could look inside here. We could try to get Mercury would be best. If we don't get Mercury, we can skip. Do I want a banner? Banner's nice with the misprint, I guess. But I don't want to pay the rental fee, so let's take clearance sale and go next. Alright, so here I don't need a 5-card hand, but I can try to get clubs as a flush. One more time for clubs. Ace high flush. 19 on the misprint is fine. Alright, so now we got 18 bucks. Could be a discounted buffoon pack, probably. I would like something better than the misprint. At the very least, we can get 3 molt here. So I don't need a rental fist. I could just skip. I could open the standard pack or save money. I guess probably I open it. No value generators, we can still skip for the red card. And could take the bean for the next round. Alright, so I can play the spades as a flush. I can play the low full house. I could discard for a second flush. So now it could be clubs, I guess. Could be diamonds almost. So I guess I still go for diamonds. I have 5 spades. I'm looking for one more diamond. Okay. If I play 8, 7, 4, and then this might win. It might also not win. I could play... If I sell the bean here, I have the 9 high straight. So let's play the flush. +1 on the misprint. Alright, so now 9 high straight. Bummer. Maybe I should have gone for the full house. Maybe the full house would have won. Alright, so could pick up Uranus here. Is not terrible, though would prefer pair levels. Maybe the Mega Arcana pack, since we can take one, skip one. Probably we go Spectral pack. Could be Sigil. Normally I would go Incantation and then try to get gold cards. Maybe a lucky card. But since we have the red card, I guess I just skip here. And I think I'm not going to take the Mega Arcana pack yet, so I could get the voucher instead. Let's go next. Alright, so... Could be clubs, could be spades. Probably spades, because the queen and jack are connected. One more time, spades. Alright. Alright, 20 bucks. So, could be Arcana now. Probably I want the standard pack. There's a gold card. So, I could skip for the red card, or I can take the gold card. I like taking the value generator. Typically, the advice that I give with the red card is don't skip unless you would normally skip. And in the Spectral pack, we did skip where I said I would normally take Incantation, but maybe Incantation has low enough value that it's better to skip, better to take the +3 molt. Gold cards we never skip. Well, not never, but very rarely. I think then we go Wasteful Voucher. And I could open the Arcana pack for another 3 molt. $3 for 3 molt. Right now I'm valuing having interest. Maybe I could take a Saturn card. Though in the next round it's going to be difficult to play multiple straights. If I play this straight, it's going to be difficult for me to get another straight. This straight could win depending on the misprint. I think it's safer to go try to get 2 pair maybe. Could be 2 pair, 8s, and jacks. So this probably doesn't win, but there's a chance that it could. Not a very good chance. Alright. Now the 10s and kings probably does win. And we could try to get that gold card. There we go. Maybe I should have picked up Uranus. Okay, Todd plus red card probably just wins. I guess I could take a rough gem too, is profitable. And then skipping on the Arcana backs. I have chips, I have molt, so we should be safe here with the red card. I could try to go for the diamonds flush, or could be play the 2 pair first. Let's go flush. We do have an extra discard, right? If I play the flush, again, whether or not it wins depends on the misprint. Great. Now it could be 2 pair, kings and jacks, and then throw away a 4. Looking for some odd cards. Okay. Pair of 9s wins, pair of 5s wins. Let's try to get another 2. I can play 9s and 2s as 2 pair rather than a full house in case we get an obelisk or a supernova. Supernova, of course, more likely because it's common. All right. Rough Gem paid for itself there. We played a flush, and then we also played some extra diamonds. If you're only playing 1 flush per round, then of course Rough Gem is barely worth it. But if you're able to play maybe a flush plus a couple pairs or something like that, Rough Gem is more worth it. Could be Golden Ticket, probably not as an Eternal. Cola is not very expensive. Okay, we continue to want standard packs for seals. Could be a blue seal 10. And with the gold card and with the rough gem, I think I have stable enough money that I can start taking booster packs. So now Mars I can skip and then go next. All right, gold card in hand. Let's start with the straight. Okay. I can win with a sequence of pairs is what I would like to do for the blue seal value. Though potentially you also want some rough gem value. How about I don't have any more 8s. I don't have any more jacks. I could get a 3, maybe. I could play high card here. Nah. All right, so I can pair the 6s for not a lot of points, and that's okay. I can throw away a 2 here and then look for another 3. I don't need this 5 then. Looking for a 3 or an ace. Right? So could be, since we don't have the blue seal, we might as well play the 2 pair aces and 3s. And then that'll score much more points. Okay. Could be a bus. So now we got blue seal plus red card plus bus. Boss says face cards face down. Okay. Probably we want the bus as another scaling joker. I think now we don't care about rough gem at all. Standard pack could be a fancy ace. I am willing to skip. Here, no pair levels we can skip. And then go next. So I am looking for pairs of odd cards. Probably we can throw away a 5 here. I can play a pair of 3s using up one of the face cards. Okay. Now discard all of the face cards. Could be another pair of 3s, throwing away another 5. And now the misprint doesn't matter anymore because we have the red card and we have the bus. Could be 9s and 7s. Could be discard first, looking for the blue seal. All right, let's go 7s first. Scores slightly less points. Okay. I didn't play the 2 pair because the 2 pair definitely wins. I played the pair because I was trying to draw my gold card or my blue seal. But maybe we already had enough points. I wasn't paying attention that closely. All right. This boss decreased level. Okay. Let's go Arcana first. Fool for nothing. So could be I make some lucky cards. Could be you make a wild card for rough gem. Probably we just skip here. Maybe lucky cards are not super important. Could be red seal on the 8. Gives us more money. I think is worth it rather than skipping. And then I feel pretty comfortable scoring wise. So let's go next. All right. I can play a full flush with 2 odd cards. And then, all right, so now we got the blue seal. So we can play a pair of 7s. We can play, throw away the face cards. Maybe keep a 6. How many 6s do we have? Maybe not that many 6s. How about a pair of 5s? That works. That probably wins, so we should discard for the gold card. And then play the pair of 5s, throwing away the queen. Okay. Now we could wait on Mercury and then not level up until after the boss. But I think against the boss, we can get away with playing 2 pair instead of the pairs. Maybe I should have played one more hand for the boss. Could be Judgment to replace this rough gem. Could be Walkie Talkie as another source of chips, also for the 2 pair. Standard pack, if there's no seal, we skip. Yeah. Red seal doesn't matter. Let's go Judgment instead of Rough Gem. I could hold on to the Rough Gem and maybe go one more round of value. Though I'm considering taking Walkie Talkie for the boss. Maybe we have enough money we could reroll one more. Hallucination as a value generator. Maybe it's a little bit late. I maybe feel that I don't need that as an Eternal. So probably just go next. Rather than taking the rental here, let's go next. Alright, I can play a pair of 6s, but it's not an odd pair. But maybe that's fine. Maybe I can get away with just 3 odd pairs like we did in the previous round. Maybe. +5 on the misprint. Maybe let's not do that. So now I probably need the odd pairs. I could play this 8. I am holding a lot of cards in hand. Let's go aces and 5s, or just throw away the 5. Alright, could be aces and 9s. It's getting worse. Maybe I'm willing to play the 8 here. Maybe we play 2 pair. Could be 8s and aces. Could be play the 8s, throwing away the 6. Could be play the ace. I've thrown away some 7s, which is slightly concerning. It could be use Judgment here. Or a Scholar is useful. Alright, I think in that case I throw away the 7, pair the 8s. Yeah. Now, could be a pair of 2s, throwing away a 10. I need to draw an ace here. There's a pair of aces. The pair of aces, because of the Scholar, probably wins, but playing the 2 pair is much safer. So, am I willing to risk it all? That's what the question is. I think I play the pair of aces. Nah, we should do the responsible thing and play aces and 5s. And then this for sure wins. Alright. And I don't have to use Uranus yet. So, go Buffoon pack first. Could be a Photograph. Is maybe not something that I want to do because I have the bus. The Scholar I think I actually need. And I can skip for the red card value. Alright, could be Justice here. Could be turn a king into an ace, I think is very useful. Maybe Jack into Queen is not something that I want. Maybe we want to do 8s into 9s. Alright, and then go one more. Fist for Molt instead of Misprint is a lot safer, to be honest. But then it's a rental. But then we can for sure beat this boss somewhat predictably. Let's go next. Alright. I can play 2 pair of 4s and 2s. I can look for odd cards. I can play 5s and 3s, throwing away a jack. Okay. The 2 pair is good because we get a lot of odd cards for Todd. I think the pair of 7s is actually fine. And the pair of... Oh. Forgot about that. Oh well. Let's get another 9 here, please. There we go, play the pair of 9s. All that noodling to not D-level, and then I just get the D-level anyway. Bummer. I can play 10 high and then finish with the 9s. Alright, pair of the 9s. That wins. Even without misprint. Because we have Todd, we don't need the pair levels that bad. We'll get there eventually. Extra hand helps. This boss discards random cards. So, dinner pack, queen I don't need. Buffoon pack to replace the scholar. Could be abstract, could be certificate for more seals is probably the correct move. We could get gold seals. Alright. Tower helps, extra hand helps. Uranus, maybe. Go next. I think we're solidly on the pairs now. I could make a red stone card, though probably with the bust we want to make... what is it? We want to turn the face cards into stone. So... start with the pair of 8s, which doesn't score. Okay. Follow up with aces and then 7s. Okay, so that's 6,000. I'm looking for... I already used my aces, so let's try to get 9s now. Could be a pair of 9s, throwing away another ace. Okay. Pair of 7s might win. Pair of 5s might win. I think discard. Alright, we got the blue seal, so we can go play high card. For the bus, we can turn a queen into a rock. And then now if you play the pair, then it for sure wins. Because of the rock. Alright. Okay, next round, probably we need all odd pairs, if I had to guess. We can skip the Celestial Pack for the red card. Standard pack could be a gold 10. Do I want another gold card? The answer is probably. Go one more. Alright, I don't need the sun. Alright, let's discard for... could be aces as a pair. Could be 2 pair. Aces and 9s is more points. Throwing away a 10. Okay. Could be 2 pair of 5s and 4s. 0 on the misprint gives us 7,000. Okay. Could be the pair of aces here. Could be, or sorry, pair of 7s here. Throwing away the ace. This doesn't win. That's 9. Okay. So 7s wins without the rock. Probably. Pair of 6s with the rock. We'll just keep the rock. There we go. So play the 10. 7s plus a rock. Slightly high rolled there. That's fine. Boss discards random cards. Three more rounds on the certificate. Could be a mime for the gold cards and the blue seal. Probably we do that. Mime, I can replace misprint with this holographic. That's good. There's a Mercury card we take rather than skipping. Center pack could be another Gold Seal 4 to go with my other Gold Seal 4. It's not an odd card, but Todd is not necessarily forever, and so maybe we want to take a Gold Seal 4. Though that makes mine worse if we add gold seals instead of gold cards. There's a castle I don't need because I have the blue seal. There's a supernova. 17 pairs. Supernova could be a reason to get rid of the certificate, but it's a rental, so I don't think we need to do that. And we could just go next. Alright, Gold Seal Queen. Sucks. Discard the 8 here. Play the pair of 9s. For sure we throw away the queen. Alright, so now that's a solid. We know it's 10k every time. Play the pair of aces, throw away the face cards. So happy to get rid of misprint. Let's go play the pair of 3s. Okay. And now I'm looking for, I probably don't need the stone card. I could play a straight here. I think is fine. And then maybe the flush is fine. Could be a flush. I think that has enough odd cards that it's fine. Could be a straight there. Maybe the straight was better. Anyway. Rounds certificate. Just want that blue seal. Even the red seals we could turn into steel cards. Could be an emperor. Priestess. Priestess first. That way the celestial pack has a higher chance of giving us Mercury. There you go. This boss. Base cards are debuffed. Okay. Could take a hung man. I could remove 2 face cards, or I could turn the blue seal into a gold card. Turning the blue seal into a gold card is very tempting. Probably we should do that. Alright. I want seed money, probably. Let's go. I guess I could take it now. Go next. Alright, so there's a purple 4. We can play the aces first. Aces are 14. I think I discard the gold seal. I think I need the odd cards. So 5s and 3s we can discard. Looking for 9s here. Could be aces. Follow up with 5s. Temperance gives me $8. Okay, so I could play the 5s. Discarding the 6. I need another 9. Okay. I can play the 10s and then follow up with 9s. I can play the 9s and then dig for a pair. I think the safe thing to do is play the 10s. And then we get the rock. So I can play 9s with the rock. Alright, we got a nice amount of points on that one. I would like a little bit more points before we go into the next round. Certificate only has 1 more card left. Did not give us a blue seal. That's okay, but maybe the purple could be useful. Alright, let's go Arcana first in case of an Emperor. Could be a steel card is useful with the mime, though probably I just want to remove the jacks. So we can get our gold cards and blue seal more consistently. Wraith or Ouija? Neither of those. That's okay, we can skip for the red card. Go one more. Okay. Blue seal 9. I probably discard the pair of 4s because they don't score enough. Should I play the 9s? I might need to play the 9s. It might be dangerous not to play the 9s. I think I do need the full set of pairs. So we can play the 9s. So that was 18, which means I do need all the pairs. Okay. So I can throw away a 3 here, play the 7s, which will be slightly less. Okay. Now I'm looking for no more 7s. I'm looking for 9s and aces. Could be 2 aces. And then I play the 5s. No, I still need the 9s. So play the aces, play the 5s, discard the purple seal. That's the plan. I could play the 5s first. No, let's play aces first. Okay. That was good. I have the 9s. I can play the 9s. Okay. And then discard the 4s. Star, doesn't matter. Play the pair of 5s. Okay. And then the certificate's done. We have 50 bucks, so at any point we can reroll for something, and probably we do that now. Celestial pack, I could take another Mercury card. Now my pair is 130, Todd is 50% of that. Could be Hex here, I don't think I can. Cryptid for more aces. A little bit unfortunate we didn't get any gold cards to copy with Cryptid. So I think we just skip for the red card. And look for not much, honestly. But I do need something. Maybe Tower for the face cards. Maybe Abstract Joker helps a little bit. Maybe Priestess I don't have a whole lot of faith in. Go one more. Greedy Joker, I think I'm good. Alright. That's a gold seal queen. I can turn into a rock. Could be. Priestess gives me cards I don't care about. So it's 7s, throwing away the 8s. Okay. Then it's could be aces, throwing away a 6, and could be throw away a 5. Could be we need the 5. I don't need the 7 if I only have one more 7. Okay. Then throw away the 7 again, throw away the 5s. Cool. 9s, throwing away a 6 and 4. Am I going to play the 3s? If I don't play the 3s, what am I playing instead? I'm playing aces, but I already have a 3 in hand, so might as well play the 3s. Alright, the backup plan is I play the 9, if I have to. But I get the 3 and then it's fine. So here's 2 3s and a rock. And then now we're good. Alright, because the next round is only 110,000. So we're chilling. We get the money and then we're looking for some kind of X-Molt now. Alright, This boss says base, chips and mold halved. Probably campfire instead of abstract joker. It's another rental, but we're close to the end now. So for sure we could do that. Lovers cost me $1. Center pack, we can skip a 3. Spectral pack. Once again, can't hex or onk. Could be blue seal, I guess. Blue seal, another 9. Maybe. Could be a 9, could be an ace. I guess I have a lot of 9s. Might as well do another 9. I think this boss is scary enough that I want to reroll. Normally, I would, with campfire, save my money for the next ante. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Alright, so start with a pair of 3s, throwing away a 2 and a 6. Campfire, we score more, so now I could play the pair of 4s if I wanted to, but I think I want to discard the 4. Maybe we get a strength card. Magician, not important. I want to get my blue seal, so let's throw away the 5. There's 2 7s. I could make some lucky cards. I guess I don't have to do it now. Alright, so pair of 9s is 30,000, which doesn't win. Okay. Then I'm looking for another ace. Okay, so I have a winning hand. I can play a 9, but if the 9 is too much, then it's over. So I guess I play the pair here. Okay. So basically, against this boss, my chips are going to be halved. And the way that we fix that is we grow the campfire to something higher than a ×2. Are we at the point where I sell out of Todd so that we can get the campfire value? Probably. Justice is something that maybe doesn't matter since we have the bus and the red card. So maybe that's the thing that we could sell for the campfire. Center pack here, we can skip again. So I could sell Todd for flash card and then take Smear Joker. Alright, so now we should be fine on points, even with the boss situation. I can play a pair of 4s. Okay. Pair of the 9s. So now I don't care odd or even. I guess I have no reason to hold 4s and 3s or 6s. Doesn't matter. So pair of 9s is 50. The pair now wins. So I can play... I'm looking for a pair of aces maybe. High card already 15,000, no problem. Could be a pair of 9s in an emergency. We have the 9s. I don't need both blue seals. So I can discard 1 blue seal. Get strength for my 8s. Or I guess you could turn kings into aces, but I like turning the 8s into 9s. That seems useful. And then play the 9s. There we go. And then against the boss, we score half as many points. All right. So Saturn we can sell, Sun we can take, look inside the Arcana pack. Fool for Mercury is fine. A little bit disappointing, but ultimately fine. Could be a steel card. I don't know if that matters that much since we have so much mult on the bus and the red card. So maybe it makes sense to just skip here. Maybe the +3 mult that we get from skipping is not really that important anyway. So maybe we make a steel 9 then since I have so many 9s. The sun, I will use it now. I will sell it now. There we go. All right, so it should be fine here. Half chips, but then we score 47. Okay, so I just do a bunch of those. Throwing away the 4. Do I want to throw away the 4? I have the gold seal 4. Maybe it makes sense to throw away the ace. Okay. I could play the 4 with the rock. Scores meaningfully more. I can play the pair of 6s and then keep the 7s. Since I know I have my discards, I will try to get the 9s. So let's play the lucky 7 here. Right, and then, okay, so it could be gold seal 4, but I think I want the purple seal value. Priestess, I can save, maybe. How about 6s with a rock? Maybe the high card there would have been fine. All right, and then now we just do the campfire. This boss says random joker disabled. Okay. Awkward, but ultimately fine. Could take the bean here. Let's go priestess and then celestial pack. No mercury, we can skip. Standard pack, we can skip. Power up the campfire. Overstock is really good for the campfire. All right. Tower we don't need, so we won't use, though you could use it on a face card. Could be arrowhead instead of the bean. All right. Don't need vagabond, though you could use vagabond with the campfire. I think it's better to just save my money. If we take the vagabond, we have to reroll down. And we have to pay $11, $12, $13 for a reroll. And so it's probably worth it to just save the money and then reroll in the next shop rather than trying to do the Vagabond. Obviously, Vagabond has some synergy with the campfire, but the money is also synergy with the campfire, right? Like if I just reroll here, I can get another sequence of cells. I think $8 reroll. I think we keep the chat, right? Go next. Times 4 on the campfire. So now there's a purple 4 we can discard for a fool. Priestess is actually fine because we get 2 cells here if we want. Then I could play a pair of 4s. Like that. I could play a pair of 9s with a rock. That might be too much. Okay. Could be a pair of 7s. I guess I don't have to play it as a pair. I could play 2 pair, 9s and 7s like that. That's a lot of mult. All right, there's the gold seal, so I could do 2 pair, 4s and 3s. The blue seal doesn't really matter what we get because we're just gonna sell it anyway. And then now I'm looking for, could be a pair of aces, could be a pair of 10s. There's the aces. Play the pair of aces. Okay. And we just sell the Mercury cards for the campfire. Alright. The Chad, you could keep it to retrigger the gold seals, but it's probably better to just sell for the campfire. I guess I could sell maybe a red card or the mime or something like that. Eh. Hierophant. So 2 Arcana packs. We just want to cycle all the jokers. Yeah, once again here, maybe Chariot is actually worth doing. Because I have high enough base molt. Also, the boss is going to de-level my, or debuff my stuff. So maybe we go make a red steel card and then copy it. Maybe I make a glass, could be a glass ace, though glass 9 would be better. Something like that. And then before we go Arcana, we can reroll. Okay. Eternal Chad is interesting now that we have that glass ace. This could be where you drop the red card. I guess the baseball card is also interesting. So maybe drop the red card. Take that Chad. There's a boot instead of the bus. It's half as big. Though I guess you get the baseball card value. There's also a mail-in rebate for 9s. We got a decent amount of 9s. So probably mail-in rebate is worth more than the mime. Though maybe the mime gives us the, what is it, the steel cards. So probably I take the boot here. The boot is replaceable, right? So now we should be, how about a rebate? Okay, 2 Eternals we can't take. Look in here. Alright, could be a Fool for Death. And then go next. Alright. Now we have no idea how much this is going to score. Kinda. Okay, so do I want to do the math? No. So I just discard the 9s. Okay. Okay. That 9, I guess I keep in hand. Okay, death, I could use it now, I could wait. I think I am fine using it now. Maybe the one drawback is we don't... Yeah, it's fine. So maybe do something like that, play the 2 pair instead of the pair. Okay. There's a rock. I don't care about this face card. Just looking for a pair. Looking for my blue seals. So there's the blue seal. I could play the 9s here. So turn the 3 into the steel card. I can play the gold seal in front with the Chad. And then this should be fine. Okay. Didn't get that much rebate value. I guess I didn't try that hard for the rebate value specifically. Let's try to get another Fool, another death card. Could be a photograph, I guess. Maybe the rebate doesn't matter anymore. Standard pack. Maybe no purple. Alright, so there's a priestess for 2 planet cards for the campfire. I don't have that many face cards. I can't really pair the face cards. Could be kings or queens. Could be you take the card shark is somewhat meaningful. But I want to be able to grow my campfire. There's a chariot. That's somewhat meaningful. Probably what you do is you hold the chariot until the next round. So let's look in here. No, fool. So could be more money for the campfire. Could be make a glass ace. With 59 cards, the odds of drawing the glass ace are pretty low. So go priestess. Take the money. All right. Oh, I forgot to do the bust there. Judgment for a cola. Oh, I guess I didn't really pay attention for the cola. There's a Baron. There's also another photograph. Maybe now it's time for the photograph. Maybe we're deep enough. Could be the order. Juggler's cool. Fool for Judgment is kind of not cool, but I do have a chariot. I should have bought the lovers first. There's the card shark. I should have bought Steven first. Alright, campfire could have been bigger, but I fumbled it in a bunch of ways. I guess you take justice because of the Chad. In that case, you don't do the fool. Sure. Alright. So, what are we looking to do here? I'm looking to play a pair of sixes. Alright, card shark is done. Alright, I got the rock. I could discard. I'm looking for my aces. Not those aces specifically, so let's play high card. That's the ace I'm looking for. If I play the pair of fives here, it's too strong. Bummer. That high card's kind of strong too. Alright, campfire's disabled. I could play a pair of fours now with the... Or does the mime do it? Maybe I'll do this. Alright. Mime is disabled. Bummer! Well, we got the steel cards, so I guess that's a thing that we could do. 20 cards left in the deck. Didn't draw the red steel. Oh well. 13 times on the campfire. Ship it. Cool. Yeah, once again there, the blue seal bailing us out. What did we do in the early game? I don't remember. Oh yeah, we had the red card. Okay, so some advice for the red card. Don't open booster packs you wouldn't necessarily open, because then you don't have money for future booster packs. So you want to be somewhat cautious with the red card. First booster pack we opened was red card plus misprint. And we said, okay, you could skip for the red card for the guaranteed mult, or you could take the misprint, and what the misprint does is it allows us to survive and save up money, and then once we save up money, then we can start doing the red card. Red card is something that is powerful to find early, but maybe the optimal time is like the end of Ante 2. That's when you actually have the extra money to open booster packs. You want to do something else first to help you survive first. We picked up Todd, which was the Chips Joker, which enabled us to play pairs. So before that, we can't play pairs. Before that, we have scaling molt on the red card. We have, well, a little bit of molt on the red card. We have molt from misprint, a little bit unreliable. We have a little bit of molt from the bus. I don't remember if it was late Ante 2 or early Ante 3, but it was kind of late, the bus. But all of that molt doesn't enable you to play pairs. You still have to play some kind of hand that has a lot of chips. It's not until we get Todd where pairs are online. Now I can play a pair of odd cards. If we need more points, we could play 2 pair odd cards and then get twice as many chips from Todd. And so, you know, a little bit of this throttling the output here so that we can play as many hands as possible for the bus and then get the final hand to line up with the blue seals. Early on, there was an opportunity to take a gold card from a standard pack, and we said, even though we have the red card, which does gain molt, we would rather invest in our future. We would rather take the value generator now, and then that money allows us to buy more booster packs later. It allows us to buy more jokers later, more power later when we actually do need it. And so that is like part of the importance of taking that early misprint so that even when I do start opening the booster packs with the red card, I can take those gold cards because I can rely on misprint to help me survive. A couple times the stone cards helped us out there, random stone cards. It is, even if you want to play with stone cards, it is difficult to get a lot of stone cards because it's difficult to get the tarot cards. It doesn't matter how powerful the stone cards are, you just can't find them. But we did make good use of them. Part of that was because we are playing pairs, we're playing a hand where mostly we can discard 5 at a time, we can play 5 at a time. Extra hand, extra discard, you can dig through your deck, you can find, even if you don't have that many stone cards, you can find the 1. Even if you don't have that many blue seals, you can find the 1 consistently. Depending, sometimes we're holding on to gold cards, and then if I'm already holding on to cards, then it makes it harder for me to discard, and that's like generally why pairs are potentially favored with the blue seals or gold cards in general is you don't want to be holding on to a flush and then only discarding 2 cards at a time. You don't want to be holding on to a straight and then only discarding 2 cards at a time. You want to be able to dig. Yeah, I think mostly this was a demonstration of kind of keeping track of which joker is performing which part of my build. And then once I know that, then I can throttle the scaling just right. So we're scoring just enough points each round, generating as much value as we can. Take care, everyone.